Wolverines, 16-yard line if they want to pick up a first down. Right now they sit at the Wolverines' 41-yard line. Jalen Galvan under center. Man in motion. He gives it up the middle. Acosta, once again, nothing doing. Great job by the defensive front at the point of attack.
Yeah, you can see that Wolverine defense also is choking up. They're choking up on the run. You know, they know the majority of the plays are probably going to be runs. So they're choking up on that line, and everybody's sticking to their man.
And you're absolutely right there on that comment. Is that, you know, with the field conditions, the ball conditions, traditionally the Javelinas have never thrown the ball either way. So sure, that four-man defensive front is pinning their ears back and getting after the ball carrier. The linebackers are doing a good job of filling the gaps. We have a toss around the left side trying to get around the edge. It's number 2, Bocanegra. He has a bit of success, not a whole lot. Good pickup, but of course they're still way behind the chains right now.
Yeah, after a couple runs up the middle, they try running it to the left side of the field for a couple of yards, but you know that's just not quite enough. They were really in the hole there. They need a little bit more than that.
So it'll be 3rd down after a 5-yard pickup by Bocanegra. It'll be 3rd and 20 for Galvan and the Javelinas. Archer in motion. Galvan throws. He's got a man open, and it is caught by number 90. The big man rumbles in. He does not get in the end zone, but my goodness, what a great pair of hands. Good speed by number 90, Victor Rodriguez. I thought he was just a defensive line, but in fact on the roster he's also listed as a tight end, more of a blocking tight end, unaccounted for that time on the pass route. And a great pass, as you see, by Galvan, just lays it up. And Rodriguez basically uses his speed, gets downfield. Nobody thought he would get to it, much says catch it. It's 1st and goal for the Javelinas at the 1-yard line, trying to extend their lead. And on 1st down, Galvan has Archer in motion. They give it to Acosta, and Acosta for the 3rd time this evening punches it in for a touchdown. Acosta with 3 touchdowns rushing on the evening, and Psja Southwest is now up 20-7. pending the extra point.
Looking at this replay here, it's just a simple run up the middle for a couple of yards, and he got what he came for. He found the end zone, got a quick 6 there.
And the all-important extra point is up. It's right down the middle. It'll be Psja Southwest Javelinas 21, the visiting Psja Memorial Wolverines 7 with 8:26 remaining. Is he here in the first half?
Well, this game is shaping out to be a great game. Both teams are determined. These conditions are playing, a factor into this game, but the players are doing what they're supposed to do. They came out with what they practice, and they're both having their successes on offense. And let's see what the Psja Memorial can do to answer back to that Southwest. We're going to go ahead and send it down to Pedro. What do you have for us, Pedro?
Thank you, guys. The Javelinas are looking strong on the offense, while the Wolverines, well, they have allowed 113 points in 2 games and a quarter and a half. Back to you.
And thank you there, Pedro. And he's absolutely right. That's been the downfall for the Wolverines this year. They've given up points, and they've given up points in bunches. And Southwest is taking advantage of that soft defense right now, and the Javelinas are flexing their muscle offensively and defensively as well. As we see on the scoreboard, it's 21-7. Javelinas about to kick off. 8:26 remaining in the first half here at beautiful Psja Stadium. And of course, this field is DHR Health Field. The up man receives a kickoff, bounces around a couple of defenders, finally gets pushed down at their own 27-yard line. So that's where the Wolverines will regain possession.
That was Michael Munoz with that run. Great position. Let's see what the offense can do. They need to help that struggling defense to put some points on that board to help them out there.
So the Wolverines head to the field, get to the ball. Of course, they are led by their quarterback, Orlando Munoz. He'll be flanked by Joaquin Sanchez. And the give will be to Sanchez. Breaks around the right tackle. Sees a big opening. Almost squeezes by 2 defenders. He picks up a good 14 yards on first down. So that'll be a good run by Sanchez on the Wolverines, moving the chains.
Yeah, Sanchez stayed on his feet, and he was able to get a couple of yards after that run, after the initial hit. So good for him for staying on his feet to get that extra yardage.
It'll be a very good pickup by the Wolverines. They're already nearing midfield. They're at their own 48-yard line. Munoz asks for the ball. 3 receivers to the near side. Looks deep, looks right. Passes, finds a man open. That is caught. And that'll be number 1 with the reception. And that might be close to a first down.
That was number 1, Adrian Garza. He knew where he was on the field, and you know, he got 9 yards. So being second down and 1, you know, really opens up the playbook to see what they have in store.
So second and 1, as you mentioned, they have crossed midfield, and the Wolverines trying to get inch their way back into this ball game. Munoz asks for the football in shotgun mode, trips to the left. They run it around the other side, and a hurdle play right there. Great job of running by number 25, Sanchez. We've seen him do that a couple times this evening. That'll be another big first down by the Wolverines.
Sanchez is having some good luck around to that outside right, so why not just keep feeding him until the defense can figure him out. That was a great run.
Great finish to that run by Sanchez. The Wolverines trying to cut the lead in half once again. They trail 21-7. It'll be 1st and 10 for Munoz and company. He drops straight back, looks over to his left, can't find a receiver, has a receiver in the flat to his right, nobody in front of him, cuts up field, and that'll be another 15-yard pickup by the Wolverines. So their offense is really starting to click now.
Yeah, number 5, the quarterback of Munoz, he stayed patient there. He let his offensive linemen stay in front of him. The line did their job by giving him some time, and he did find that open receiver for what was the first down?
It will be a first down, and quickly the Wolverines have moved into scoring position, into the red zone at the Javelina 19-yard line. Couple receivers flanked out to each side for Munoz. Lone setback to his right. They appear to draw the defense offside. They give it to number 25, Joaquin Sanchez. Tries to get around the right edge. He'll be tackled after a 3-yard gain, but we will wait and see what the penalty is.
Munoz was able to pull him off, was able to pull that defense in with that hard count, and you know, that was able to get him a few extra yards out of that one.
Offsides. Defense. 5-yard penalty. First down. Timeout. Psja Southwest.
I opened Alex Ron with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex and Raw, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
And Munoz back to the line of scrimmage after the timeout. It'll be 1st and 5 after the penalty. Man in motion. Munoz gives it to the running back just off the right tackle. Not much doing there. Great job defensively by the Javelinas. And of course that was Victor Rodriguez leading the charge defensively for the Javelinas.
Number 25, Ricky Garcia, was the ball carrier in that one. He's just looking for some positive yardage, and they're keeping the ball on the ground right now. Right now, they're trying to capitalize on that 20.
So it'll be 2nd and 4 for the Wolverines. They give on the end around, defeats the run blitz, tries to get around the corner, hit hard out of bounds by number 11. That was number 9 for the Wolverines, Taven Sane, putting his shoulders down, picking up valuable yards, and that should be enough for another Wolverine first down, and they're going to be inside the 10-yard line with 1st and goal.
That quick run to the outside, we can see in the replay, that was just a quick run outside. He was able to break one tackle. Good for him. That would have taken him for into some negative yards, and he picks up some positive yards in that one.
So it'll be 1st and goal at the Javelina 9-yard line. And the give is up the middle, bursting through the seams for a touchdown. And so the Wolverines cut into the lead once again. And that was number 25, Joaquin Sanchez, with a touchdown. That'll make the score 21-13 with 5:21 remaining in the first half, in a highly contested first half. And the extra point is pending. And the extra point will be attempted. The kicker is number 11 for the Wolverines, and that is Robert Valderrama.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit HinoGas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
For the Wolverines, they found some things that worked for them. They mixed it up, and I think what really threw off the defense there was, they mixed it up with some passing, a little bit of running to the outside, a little bit of running down the middle, and it seemed like those little things were working for them. So it really took Southwest by surprise there, and it opened up, it spread out that defense a little thin, and the Wolverines were able to capitalize on that one.
Yeah, that was a 73-yard drive by the Wolverines. A great answer, as you mentioned earlier, by the Wolverines. It's going back and forth. Of course, the advantage goes right now to the Javelinas, as they have 5:21 remaining in the half. They have 2 timeouts. In fact, both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. So we still got a lot of ball game here in the first half, and what's been a very entertaining game here at DHR Health Field.
And this is what it's coming down to. Psja Southwest, they're going to want to put some more points on the board so they can go in with a comfortable lead.
And there is the kickoff. Falling down quickly as the return man. He may have stumbled. In either case, it'll be good solid field position for the Javelinas, as they will take over on their own 30-yard line with a 7-point lead here in the second quarter.
Yeah, that was Rogelio Reyes with that nice little run back, setting up the Javelinas for starting off at the 30 for good field position. Let's see what Southwest can do to respond to this last drive by the Wolverines.
And it'll be Galvan under center, quarterback keeper, not much doing. Great gang tackling right there by the Wolverines. And of course, that they were led by Christian Garcia on that play.
Yeah, that defense stayed home. They stayed patient. They kept with their man, and great tackle in the backfield.
A very limited run right there. Galvan looking at his coach for last-second instructions. He's got Acosta, his running back, man in motion. They toss it to him. He tries to get around the right edge. Nothing doing. Great stout defense right there, making the ball carrier get punished a little bit, getting him airborne. It'll be third down.
on this replay, we can see Gonzalez making a run to the right, but he was quickly stopped by number 30. Sal Ramirez, the linebacker for the Wolverines, made that stop.
A good tackle right there by the Wolverines. 3rd and 9. Quarterback toss is almost the same identical play, and again, it is not going to work. Wrapped up in the backfield. That was number 33 for the Wolverines making the tackle, Juan Ledesma. And we do have a flag, so we're going to wait for the official call here from the head official.
Illegal block in the back. Number 18 of the offense. 10-yard penalty, 3rd down.
So a play is that resulted in nothing, and add insult to injury, they're going to get pushed back another 10 yards.
Yeah, not quite nothing. That takes them back 10
That
yards.
penalty's been declined, 4th down.
It looks like that penalty was declined. They're going to be 4th down and long on this one. So, you know, Coach of the Wolverines is trusting his defense to stop Southwest here from, you know, moving that ball forward. There's still 3:58 left on the clock and a lot of ball game left. So, you know, a lot of trust going into the defense right now.
It'll be 4th and 9. That is why the penalty was declined. The Javelinas in punt formation. He bobbles a snap. He's going to run for his life. Tries to get around the far edge. Meets up it with number 61. Number 61 makes the tackle. That is Gabriel Perez. He's going to not even get to the 30-yard line. So the Wolverines with great field position and a great opportunity to even up the game here in the later. Javelina side of the football field, of course, the first time resulted in a touchdown. That was a 14-yard run by Tavis Sane. So let's see if the Wolverines can replicate that, or the Javelina defense come through defensively. And on 1st down, Munoz looks deep. He's going to want to get it all on one play. And that's going to fall incomplete.
That was by design there, and
yeah, that pass was made to
78, 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
Okay, so I can't see the flag. Okay, now I see the flag thrown on the field. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty, and the Wolverines will be going backwards. The Javelinas were more than happy to accept that 15-yard penalty. So it'll be 1st and 25. After a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, that was a big one. That's going to hurt them. They were in great position. Let's see what they can do to see if they can make up on that yardage there.
And on 1st and 25, Munoz in shotgun formation gives it around the right end to number 9, Tavis Sane. And Sane picks up a couple yards, not much doing, gets inside the 40. Of course, the Wolverines have to get all the way to the Javelina 18-yard line in order to pick up a 1st down. It'll be 2nd and 21 after a short 4-yard pickup on 1st down.
Yeah, Javi, the defense is going to take that. They'll let them run for 2 to 3 yards. You know, they have one goal, and that's to just keep them from getting that 1st down. So great job for the defense.
Yeah, they'll gladly accept everything underneath behind the chain. So it'll be 2nd and 21 for Munoz, flanked by Sanchez. He gives it to Sanchez around the right end, and again, great lateral pursuit, and this time it was number 88 for the Javelinas making that tackle, Jerry Guillen.
Yeah, Ricky Garcia trying to run to the outside, trying to get some of that yardage back, but the defense is not being fooled. They're staying with their man, and they're not letting anything get past.
So it'll be 3rd and 21 upcoming for, 3rd and 20 upcoming for the Wolverines. 2:06 2:05 remaining in the first half. Of course, Southwest with a 21-14 lead. Quarterback fakes it under a lot of pressure. Not a receiver open, nowhere to go, and Munoz just smartly keeps it. Takes his lumps on that one. Nothing doing. It's going to bring up a 4th and 20. Munoz just could not find a receiver. Excellent job by the Javelina pass rush, as we see here on the replay, and just great downfield coverage by the secondary. There's nowhere for Munoz to go. He's wisely just eats that play. It'll be 4th down. It appears the Munoz and the Wolverines are going to go for it. Of course, Munoz doubles as the punter, so anything is possible here on 4th down. Late addition to the Wolverines running to the field at the very end. The Wolverines will go for it. They will pass it underneath, and that is going to be well short of a first down. It'll pick up a few yards, push the Javelinas deeper to their side of the field.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close of wanting
To making history.
This close to changing the world.
We are this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again.
this close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio.
All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
The reverse, and it appears to be a reverse pass. He doesn't find anybody open. Still scrambling around is the ball carrier. I want to say it was number 4. Yes, it is number 4 for the Javelinas, and Reyes just had nowhere to go, nowhere to pass the ball.
You're right. He was smart by keeping it, by not trying not to do anything to give Memorial a short field coming back. So he just kept it and went down to the ground.
So it'll be 1st and 9, a 1-yard pickup after all that dancing by number 4. Ate up a lot of clock as well. 29 seconds, 28. Acosta with a bruising run right up the middle. That'll be valuable yards, and I think that's enough for a first down. It'll stop the clock momentarily at 20 seconds. They're going to reset the clock. Of course, Southwest still has 2 timeouts. They're sitting at their own 41-yard line.
Let's see what they decide to do here. Are they going to go for it big, or are they just going to...
Well, they may not even get the play off. They forgot the clock was going to start again, and I'm not sure they got it off. They do toss it. It's a sweep around the right side, a jet sweep. A lot of running room. Breaks a couple tackles. He's off to the races. He's still on his feet. What drama right before the half ends. But nonetheless, that'll end the first half. A very well-played first half right now here at PSJA Stadium. It is PSJ Southwest 21, PSJ Memorial 14, as we headed down to Pedro. And
the Harlingen Downtown District has a bit of everything, my friends, and here's an invitation for you to visit and experience a friendly environment with a taste of local business and a variety of shopping, dining, and entertainment throughout the year. Vintage shops loaded with collectibles from the past, dining that caters to all, boutiques, quilting, salons, live entertainment, and don't forget about market days on the first Saturday of each month on Jackson Street, and Art Night the last Friday of the month. It's the Harlingen Downtown District, and the invitation is for you. Shop Downtown Harlingen today.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community. Through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph, and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
The Dazzlers are under the direction of Miss Eileen Ozuna and Assistant Director, Miss Maribel Martinez. The 2018-2019 officers are Junior Lieutenant Monique Cavazos, Senior Lieutenant Michaela Trevino, Senior Second Captain Giselle Lopez, Senior First Captain Rebecca Ramirez, and Senior Major Alyssa Gonzalez. The officers would like to recognize the following Dazzler for their dedication, enthusiasm, and determination. Congratulations to our Dazzler of the Week, Senior Ruby Martinez. Tonight, the Dazzlers will perform a jazz routine to an 80s rock mix.
Let's rock.
Buddy, you're a young man, hard man, standing in the street, gonna take on the world someday. You got blood on your face, you bet that's right. Waving a banner all over the place. We will rock. We're gonna rock you, baby. We will rock. We're gonna rock, yeah. I love rock and roll. Spinning on the dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. Gonna take your time and dance that way. I love rock and roll. Spinning on the dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. Come and take your time and dance with me. Walk this way, totally. Walk this way, totally. She told me to walk this way, totally. Walk this way, totally. TNT, I'm dynamite. TNT, I'll win the fight. TNT, I'm the power. TNT, watch me explode. Beer. Thunderstruck. Thunderstruck. Yeah, thunderstruck. Thunderstruck.
Ladies and gentlemen, the award-winning PSJA Memorial Dazzlers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the 2018-2019 PSJA Memorial Early College High School Mighty Green Machine Band. Head drum major is Adrienne Peña, and assistant drum major is Isabel Pineda. The color guard member of the week is Justin Gonzalez. We proudly present the first parts of our 2018 UIL show, I Am, We Are. Teamwork is the ability to work together towards a common vision. It is the fuel that allows common people to attain uncommon goals. The Mighty Green Machine Band
would like to thank our superintendent, Dr. Daniel King, Dr. Rowdy Vela, our principal, and all of our fine administrators, parents, and band boosters for their continued support of fine arts and PSJA.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
I opened Alex Oral with the intention to give people in Broadville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex Oral, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
The Sapphires. The Sapphires are under the direction of Selena Elizondo and Esteban Cuevas. The 2018-2019 Sapphire officers include Second Captain Andrea Reina, Lieutenant Melanie Salazar, Major Esmeralda Mesa, First Captain Gabriela Mesa, Lieutenant Denise Lopez, Lieutenant Dana Urdiales. Sapphire of the Week is Andrea Barron. Tonight, the Sapphires will be performing a jazz routine to Despacito. Take it away, ladies. Let's hear it for the Sapphires. Congratulations to freshman Michael Ochoa, this week's Javelina Band Student of the Week, sponsored by Central Battery and Auto Electric, a proud supporter of PSJA athletics. Taking the field performing their 2018 UIL competition show, Black Swan, in collaboration with the Color Guard and Dance Team from Far, Texas. The pride of Southwest, the Javelina Marching Band. Section of the Week is the Uniform Crew. Color Guard Member of the Week is Karen Velasquez. Drum majors are Daniela Rodriguez and Catherine Arredondo. Drum majors, is your band ready? for the Javelina Marching Band is saxophone is Jennifer Bernal. The Javelina Marching Band is under the direction of Tony Flores, Eugenio Castellanos Jr., Mayra Garcia, Lince Cantú, Roxana Huereca, Ángel Peña, and Celina Elizondo. At this time, the Javelina Marching Band would like to thank our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Daniel King, our Principal, Mr. Ranulfo Marquez, and the PSJA Southwest High School administrations, teachers and staff, our Fine Arts Supervisor, Mr. John Taylor, our PSJA ISD Transportation Department, and the PSJA ISD School Board for their continued support.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit hinogas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
This close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of uncertainty.
To making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio.
All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
The Harlingen Downtown District has a bit of everything, my friends, and here's an invitation for you to visit and experience a friendly environment with a taste of local business and a variety of shopping, dining, and entertainment throughout the year. Vintage shops loaded with collectibles from the past, dining that caters to all, boutiques, quilting, salons, live entertainment, and don't forget about market days on the first Saturday of each month on Jackson Street and Art Night the last Friday of the month. It's the Harlingen Downtown District, and the invitation is for you. Shop Downtown Harlingen today.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community. Through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph, and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
I opened Alex Restaurant with the intention to give people in Broadville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex and Raw, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit hinogas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close of unwanting tea.
To making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio.
All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
The Harlingen Downtown District has a bit of everything, my friends, and here's an invitation for you to visit and experience a friendly environment with a taste of local business and a variety of shopping, dining, and entertainment throughout the year. Vintage shops loaded with collectibles from the past, dining that caters to all, boutiques, quilting, salons, live entertainment, and don't forget about market days on the first Saturday of each month on Jackson Street and Art Night the last Friday of the month. It's the Harlingen Downtown District, and the invitation is for you. Shop Downtown Harlingen today.
Fallen on at the 30-yard line smartly by the return man, so that is where the Javelinas will have their initial possession of the second half.
Yeah, that ball slipped out of Rogelio's Reyes' hands really quick there, but doing the smart thing to do, not be a hero, just fall on the ball quickly and give your offense an opportunity to make some plays.
And make plays the Javelinas will have to do. Of course, they have a 7-point cushion. The main thing is ball control, not give it away, not give a short field to the Wolverines. And let's see what the Javelinas have in store here on their opening possession of the second half with a 21-14 lead. And that is going to be given to their bruising running back, Acosta. And Acosta is going to muscle his way for about 12 yards. And that'll be enough for a first down for the Javelinas.
That was just some hard running by Acosta, taking up to the right-hand side, taking some defenders with him. We can see on this replay just some old-fashioned, just hard running, putting his shoulder down.
And it'll be a new set of downs after a 12-yard pickup by Acosta. Galvan under center. The give is up the middle. Not much doing there on that play. And that was number 90 and number 30 for the Wolverines on the tackle.
Yeah, they plug up that hole really quick up the middle. There was really nowhere for that runner to go. Everything was blocked up. Stopped that play before it could really develop.
So that'll bring up a 2nd and 8 for the Javelinas, trying to get to midfield, trying to pick up their first victory of the season. It's a quarterback keeper, and he gets roughed up and hit hard. That was a big-time collision by number 55 on the quarterback.
Yeah, it was a nice combination. Number 55, Santos Gomez, and number 32, Jacob Palomar. We can see on this replay here just a quick run to the outside, and that defense came swarming in really quick to stop that run.
Yeah, it was a good high-low tackle, and the quarterback took the price on that one. It'll be 3rd and 6 after another 2-yard pickup. Galvan under center with a man in motion. He steps back. The offense is regrouping. There's 11-10 now on the play clock. He's going to have to hurry. He wants to get it off. They do. It's a big run up the middle by Acosta, and that should be more than enough for a first down. He needed 6, and I believe he picked up 7. So moving the chains once again are the Javelinas.
Yeah, Acosta not really letting the slippery field slow him down. He just keeps pumping those legs like they were trained to do, and picking up those precious yardage to get the first, I believe, first down.
Yeah, it will be, and there you see good hard-nosed running by Acosta. Good offensive push by his offensive front. And on new set of plays, it's a misdirection play, and that'll be number 27, Archer, with the carry. So another good chunk of yards right there on first down. In fact, that should be enough for a first down, as we see here on the replay. Just a big gaping hole. Archer exploits it, and that'll be another first down. The Javelinas are already at the Wolverines' 35-yard line. Excuse me, it'll be the 37, as we're getting fogged in a little bit. It's getting hard to see from the booth. But the give is around the right tackle. A good gain right there, and that'll push the ball to the 29-yard line, possibly a yard or two short of the first down.
That was Brian Acosta again. He's looking confident. He's just, you know, he's running up that field. He's not looking for anything on the outside. He wants to just mash mouth football right up the middle to get those yardage.
And Acosta picks up 8 big yards on first down, a very manageable 2nd and 2. They're going to feed him once again. And once again, he lumbers all the way inside the 20-yard line. So on the opening possession here in the second half, Acosta doing what he does best, and that's move the ball down the field.
It seems like right now that defense is struggling to hold him.
Illegal formation. Offense. 5 men in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Well, illegal formation is the call.
Timeout. Psja Memorial.
And after that penalty, Psja Memorial decides to take a timeout.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community. Through the good times and the hard times. Celebrating every triumph. And lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Offensive front is doing an outstanding job maintaining their blocks, allowing the running backs and quarterback to get through the line of scrimmage for good yardage, and that's allowing the Javelinas to continue to move down the football field. Of course, they hit a little snag right there with that 5-yard penalty, so it'll be 2nd and 7. A little bit over 9 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Man in motion. They go away from that man in motion. That is number 2 with the ball carry up the middle. That is Cesar Bocanegra picking up possibly the penalty yards. He's going to come close to a first down. It all depends on the spot.
Let's see where they spot this one. Looks like they're going to give him the first down. It's
yeah,
going to be
he
1st
picks
and
up
10.
Just enough. Yes, sir. Good eye right there by Mr. Izzy Quintero. Of course, we're getting, it's humid out there. It's humid out there, so we're getting a little bit of fog on our windows. It's difficult to see. We're trying to see it on the monitor. And a good hard run up the middle by Acosta. That'll net him a couple more yards, but the most important thing right now for the Javelinas is that they continue to move the ball down the field, and they continue to eat up a lot of clock.
Where they're getting those positive yards, and you know, I have yet to see the running back being tackled behind the line of scrimmage, which is always what you want to see. Gain those positive yards by your running, and you know, it's working tonight, so they're going to keep going at it.
And here we go. Galvan with a quarterback keeper. He'll sneak his way to the 20-yard line. A small gain. That was play number 9 of this drive. Of course, this drive started at the Javelinas 30-yard line. He picks up 3. It'll be 3rd and 3 for the Javelinas, and I'm sure they're looking at all 4 downs here if they don't pick up the 3 yards here on 3rd down.
Yeah, it looks like they're testing out the defense to see where that soft spot is.
And Acosta busts through. He's going to have more than enough for a first down. He's going to get it all the way down to the Wolverines' 12-yard line. So Acosta, the bruising running back, earning his keep tonight. And the Javelinas are riding high on his shoulders, as we see here on the replay. He hits a defender and still is not stopped after he gets another 3 yards after contact. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line for the Javelinas.
Ball start. Number 77. 5-yard penalty. First down.
caught that lineman a little off guard there. He jumped and cost his team 5 yards. You know, sometimes, you know, at this point in the game, these gentlemen are starting to get a little tired. So, you know, they lose a little focus here. But, you know, the point is just to stay on top and keep going.
So here we go. The give is to Acosta once again. Not much doing there around the right side. Much better defensive effort by the Wolverines. And that'll have the ball at the 15-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 13 for the Javelinas as they quickly get back to the line of scrimmage. And they're eating up a lot of clock. Under 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter. This drive, of course, began at the Javelina 30-yard line. And the give is around the right end. A lot of running room. And Boca Negra tries to sneak in the end zone. Let's see if he does. They're going to say no, that he was pushed out of bounds at about the 1 or 2 yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal after an outstanding run, tiptoeing down the sidelines by Boca Negra.
Here we can see the offense goes with their speedy man here. They just run it to the outside and let Boca Negra find some light. And we can see on this replay here, you know, everybody just staying patient and staying with their man. He goes off to the right, looking for a little bit of daylight, breaks a tackle or two, and is just inches away from that
and
touchdown.
On the next play, a touchdown for the Javelinas. That was a quarterback keeper, Jalen Galvan, busting through on the quarterback sneak, and the Southwest Javelinas take the second half kickoff, march it down 70 yards on 12 plays, capped off by the quarterback sneaking in from a couple of yards with 6:19 remaining in the third quarter. PSJ Southwest extending their lead. This extra point can make it 28-14. And it is up. It is good. It is exactly 28-14. So
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
very sharp coming out of the half, and of course they were aided by Boca Negra's run. He has 59 yards rushing on the evening, and Brian Acosta has 81 yards rushing, and Galvan has 20 yards, and Acosta has 3 touchdowns, and Galvan of course with 1 after that 2-yard plunge. And we're going to send it down to Victoria Razo down on the sidelines.
Thank you, guys. I'm here with Coach Reyes. So what is it that you and your girls are going to be doing?
Well, right now we're focused on football season and pep rallies and getting the spirit up. And soon we'll be working on the Special Olympics to perform with the students and play games with all those participating.
Thank you, Coach Reyes. Back to you guys.
Thank you there, Miss Victoria Razo, her debut at KTRI. Outstanding job, the senior from PSJA Southwest. Great effort right there by that young lady. And the great effort right now also has been PSG Southwest. They don't look like a team that's 0-2. They look very, very sharp tonight.
Yes, Javi, they do. It looks like they've done some polishing over this last week and really prepared themselves for this game. Once again, bragging rights on the line here. And in their eyes, they are not 0-2. If anything, they're undefeated for the season in their eyes. And they're playing like it right now.
So a kickoff return by Oviedo and the Wolverines, will begin their initial possession here in the second half at their own 31-yard line. Of course, Munoz will come out at quarterback. His top running back is Joaquin Sanchez, and also flanked by him is number 9 Tavis Sane. 2 good setbacks right there for Munoz. He gets a snap. He gives it to Sane right up the middle. Big gaping hole. Almost got stripped of the ball. Good tackle right there by number 22 for the Southwest Javelinas. That was Luis Banda.
That was a nice delayed handoff there. The running back just just a little hesitation, give his line a little bit of time to open up those gaps, and that's exactly what he did, and he just ran her up the middle to get a good chunk of yardage there.
So it'll be a first down, good 10-yard pickup by Sane. In fact, they're going to give him 12. So, and on first down, Munoz again, almost an identical play. This time they're going to swing it around the left side, and of course that was Sanchez that time trying to sneak around left tackle. Nothing doing. Good job right there by the Javelinas.
Yeah, the Javelinas choked up on that one. They learned from their last play. Everybody stayed at home and stayed with their man, and they made the great tackle.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the for the Wolverines. Same formation for the Wolverines, and they fake it this time to the running back. Quarterback keeper Munoz sees a little bit of a seam. He gets through it. Short gain, maybe about 4 to 5 yards. That's going to bring up a manageable third down upcoming. 3rd and 4 actually for the Wolverines.
But that was a good tackle by Noe Torres for the Javelinas. He stayed home once again, and he didn't let his man go. And he wrapped up nicely and made the tackle.
So deceptive run by Munoz. I thought maybe he only picked up a couple yards, but actually they're going to credit him with 6 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 4 as the Wolverines sit at their own 48-yard line. They trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. 4.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. A very quick-paced third quarter. High snap. Quarterback does a good job holding out. Great stiff arm by Sanchez, but then met rudely in the backfield by 3 to 4 defenders. Outstanding effort right there by the Javelina defense.
And that was just a swarm tackle. You couldn't credit any particular one player with that tackle. There was 4 guys on him, and I believe he lost some yardage in that one. He went back a little bit. He did get that nice stiff arm in, but he was behind the line of scrimmage when he got tackled.
Yeah, they're going to say he loses 3 yards on that. And there we see Sanchez on the replay running the ball. And we get back to live action, and Munoz alone in the backfield. He's going to have to punt it away. And he does. It's a good one. Fair caught at the 20-yard line. So the Javelina defense does their job. They give up a first down, but then after that, great stymie defense. They force a punt. And the Javelina offense, who has been clicking on all cylinders tonight, will get another opportunity.
All right, we're going to go ahead and send it downstairs to Pedro. Pedro, what do you have for us, Pedro?
Thank you, guys. There's a very comfortable 79 degrees. It's getting better, though it's so humid here down the field. There is a lot of stuff, black little stuff from the turf, if you can see on my shoes. That little stuff is getting into the players' eyes, into the arms when they get tackled, so that might be a little factor for them. They'll bring a little uncomfortable. Of course, for the home team, the Javelinas, they are just happy to be getting the first W of the season so far, when we still have, over 3 minutes of a quarter plus the last quarter. Back to you guys.
Thank you there, Pedro. And, it's interesting that he mentions that, all those little rubber pellets. I think I'd rather have a rubber pellet than, be all lathered in mud right now. Old school, playing on the actual dirt and grass and mud. And, of course, it was a lot more fun back then.
I opened Alex Restaurant with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alexandria, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
In conditions, so it's even battle.
So on 2nd and 7, The give is up the middle. Good run by Acosta. Breaks through the initial line, and he busts through, and he's off to the races, folks. He's going to get dragged behind, but not until he crosses midfield. In fact, he almost gets to the 40-yard line. Caught from behind. If not, Acosta would have been off to the races for a touchdown. Great saving tackle right there by the Wolverines.
And we can look at the replay here, and you just see that those offensive linemen moving people around. And with Acosta's tough running, you know, he broke that last tackle, and if he had just a little bit more speed on him, he would have been gone. Great tackle by number 24 from the Wolverines.
Yeah, that was Angel Martinez, a defensive back, making a touchdown saving tackle, but it'll be a new set of down for the Javelinas. And again, they feed Acosta. There's not much doing there around the left tackle. Much better job by the defensive front. Minimal gain, and you know, Izzy, the one thing that we've seen all night has been the great offensive play by that offensive line.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit HinoGas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
Line, these guys take a hit every single play. They have to move people around. Being tired is not an excuse. Being on the line, you have to be faster than the guy in front of you to make your block. So great job to that offensive line.
Yeah, it's an interesting point where you say that the condition, a lot of people may think that the running back, the quarterback, the receiver has to be the most conditioned athlete, but in turn, that offensive lineman and defensive lineman, they get after it every single play, and there's a lot of brute force going out there on the field. And with Acosta's last run, which was a 35-yard pickup, that puts Acosta at 120 yards rushing on the evening. Of course, he came into the game with 114. So what Acosta did in his first two games with 114, he eclipsed it with 120. And the give is to number 9, Gonzalez. Gonzalez tries to get around the right edge, does get a few yards, but then gets pushed back, and we do have a penalty on the flag. Excuse me, a penalty on the field.
Chop block. Number 79, the offense. 15-yard penalty, third down.
Well, I can never compliment somebody. You know, I give big props to an offensive line, and a chop block comes by. Yeah, that's the last time I say anything good about anybody.
I think we jinxed that one. And here we can see on the replay, just a nice, solid, hard run. You know, he didn't give up on, you know, he got hit initially, didn't give up, you know, but the defender did wrap up and you know, stayed with him to bring him down. Unfortunately, there was a low block there, and it's going to cost him 15 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and 22 with 1:53 left in the third quarter. And we are here at DHR Health Field. For those of you, any new viewers out there, it's third quarter.
And the give is on a misdirection around the far side of the field. Not much doing, nobody fooled, everybody stayed at home, and I believe that was number 24 for the Wolverines, making another outstanding tackle, and that's Angel Martinez. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 23, and again, that's been the difference tonight, though. Even though the Javelinas do have a 24-18 lead, there's been times that the penalties has really killed the drives, and of course they have an uphill battle here on 3rd, and they got to get 21 yards in order to keep this drive going.
Those penalties will get you every single time. You know, when you have momentum going for you moving forward, those penalties will shoot you in the foot and cost you those yards.
So Galvan will try to pick up 21 yards here on 3rd down, but before that, there's a false start. That'll push them back even further. It should be 3rd and 26 coming up.
False start, number 77. 5-yard penalty, third down.
And you're right. That promising drive just kind of bogged down. It's 3rd and 26 with a lot of yards in front of them to make up. Let's see what they have in store for this next play. See if they can make that up.
Yeah, the Javelina offensive line on this series alone with 20 penalty yards against them. 3rd and very long. Quarterback keeper tries to get around the right tackle, unable to do that. Number 90 for the Wolverines. Making the tackle, of course, that's Christian Garcia. So that's going to bring up a 4th and 26. What was a promising second drive of the half for the Javelinas. Penalty after penalty pushes them back, and the Javelinas will be in punt formation.
And if this punt stays true, you know, they're going to give the Wolverines a great opportunity to make some plays here and give them a shorter field.
Costa back to punt, but before that, we have a end of the third quarter. The Javelinas will remain in punt formation. A little bit of a delay. I think they're just trying to find out where exactly the ball was. I was about to say, I don't remember the Javelinas being on the Wolverine side of the field. And this time they do push it back. They're going to mark it at the proper spot, which is the 49-yard line of the Javelinas. And they're still not happy. I want to say it was a 44. Yeah, okay. They finally got it right. Everybody's like, whoa, wait a minute. What's going on here? You know, it's been a partly cloudy day, and sometimes our minds work in a partly cloudy way. So we finally get it right. The Javelinas with a low snap. Fortunately, no, and I was about to say, fortunately, Acosta did not put his knee down, but he does as he receives the low snap. And the Wolverines are going to have excellent field position.
And once again, that can come down to the conditions of it being a little wet. Looks like he slipped. We haven't seen the replay yet, but unfortunately, that's still going to cost them, and that's going to give the Wolverines a great opportunity, great field position to try to make up that lead that Psja Southwest has.
It appears that the Wolverines will be at the Javelina 31-yard line. And sure, the Wolverines would like nothing better to cut the lead in half. 11:58 remaining in the ball game. Wolverines trail the Javelinas 28-14. Nothing doing though on first down. Good solid effort by that defensive front of the Javelinas.
It looks like that defensive front is out-strengthening that offensive line right now. The push is being, the line's being pushed backwards, which closes up all the gaps and leaves the runner with nowhere to go right now. And being that it's wet, there's very little passing, so you know that gives that defense a great jump on the offense when they can push that line back.
And that is the key in football. Who's going to win the battle at the line of scrimmage? Who has a better push? That time Sanchez was tackled 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and on second down, Munoz rolls out to his left, tries to find a receiver, throws it up deep into the end zone. I don't believe the receiver had it in the field of play. He does make the reception, but out of bounds, and that was number 10 for the Wolverines, close to scoring a touchdown.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close of wanting to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We are this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio.
All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
11 for the Wolverines. So the Javelina defense gives up excellent field position, but the Javelina defense trying to shut down this Wolverine offense and keep them off the scoreboard. Of course, with 11-10 remaining in the ball game, possessions are far and few now. The Southwest Javelinas with a stop here could feel very good about themselves.
Yeah, they can get off the field quickly and get their offense back online. Their offense is still feeling pretty positive as it is right now. So, you know, they're trying to get the team excited, get them pumped up.
So here we go. 3rd down and 11. Munoz overlooks the defense. He's got a running back flank to his right. He fakes it to him. He scrambles. He tried to find him in the flat. Can't find anybody. Great defensive coverage in the secondary and great pressure on the quarterback. Not sure if that was a quarterback sack or not, but in either case, that is a big-time play by the Javelina defense.
That Javelina defense stayed home. They contained number 5 from moving to the sides to moving forward. They kept them true inside and just made an open tackle for no yardage.
It'll be 4th and 13, and I think the Wolverines have no choice but to go for it as they trail by 2 scores. And Munoz gets it, sits in the pocket. Pocket breaks down, tries to loot the pocket. He does get away from the initial tacklers, finally gets tripped up, and he'll get knocked down at about the 31-yard line, and that'll be turnover on down. So
the Harlingen Downtown District has a bit of everything, my friends, and here's an invitation for you to visit and experience a friendly environment with a taste of local business and a variety of shopping, dining, and entertainment throughout the year. Vintage shops loaded with collectibles from the past, dining that caters to all, boutiques, quilting, salons, live entertainment, and don't forget about market days on the first Saturday of each month on Jackson Street and Art Night the last Friday of the month. It's the Harlingen Downtown District, and the invitation is for you. Shop Downtown Harlingen today.
But I believe it was after he was on the ground. It'll be a short 3-yard pickup on first down for the Javelinas.
You know, Acosta, he's been running hard all night, and, you know, he's still picking up yards, and it's those 3-4 yards on the carry. I believe the last run he read was, what, about 15 yards, was it?
35 yards.
35 yards the last run he made, and it was just a matter of time for him to break loose. But he's creating positive yardage for this team and giving the opportunity for that playbook to open up.
Yeah, Acosta definitely has the potential to be a 1,000-yard rusher. He's well over 130 yards tonight. Let's see if he can continue to add to that total. A jet sweep around the near sideline, pushed out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. That'll be a couple yards short of a first down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and very manageable 2 to 3 yards. In fact, they're going to say 3.
On this replay, we can see Bocanegra was a simply pitch out to Bocanegra, and he's just using his speed to get around, and he picked up some yardage on that and made it a very manageable 3rd down.
Yeah, Bocanegra comes with a lot of speed. Of course, Acosta is their bruiser, and let's see what the Javelinas do here on 3rd down. They give us up the middle. Good, solid defense right there. Another penalty, though, thrown. So we'll see if this play stands or if it does not. We'll wait for the announcement by the official. The initial call is clipping. Let's see if the Wolverines decide to accept it.
Illegal clipping. Number 79 for the offense. That penalty's been declined. 4th down.
So the Wolverines decide to take the play instead of the penalty. It'll be interesting now to see whether the Javelinas decide to go for it. You know, it's 4th and 3. I think I would have taken the penalty myself, but of course the Coach Uribe and the Wolverines are trying to get off the field defensively and get their offense off on the field. So let's see what the Javelinas have in store. They're in punt formation. Let's say they do elect to punt it or fake it. And they will punt it. It's a good high floater. And it's going to be down at the Wolverines' 32-yard line.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community. Through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph, and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Down a big run by Saint, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds. That should stop the clock. So good start by the Wolverine offense.
The smart play by Saint. You notice he looking for that sideline, trying to get out before, to stop that clock, to give his offense a little bit more time to think about the next play that they're going to run.
Yeah, it's a 5-yard pickup on first down, so now the Wolverines can either pass or run. It really opens up the playbook. Let's see what that defense decides to do here. They're down with 4 down linemen, are the Javelinas, 2 linebackers, 5 defensive backs, and it's going to be a run. Not much doing. Great run blitz. Oh, and he busts through that tackle. I think number 45 for the Javelinas said, this guy's dead to rights, but he never did wrap up. And the Wolverines, out of nothing, may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. In fact, I still believe they lost a couple yards.
Yeah, I believe they did lose a couple yards. That was Noe Torres who initially almost had him in the back behind the line of scrimmage. But, you know, he slipped, but, you know, he stayed persistent, and he was still part of the tackle on that one, regardless.
Yeah, great penetration by the defense. It'll be 3rd and 7. The Javelina defense trying to flex their muscle here once again. Trying to pitch a shutout here in the second half. Munoz trying to cut the lead in half for the Wolverines. There's a pass, a wobbly pass at that. That may have been affected by the wet football. It's going to sail out of bounds. It's going to bring up a 4th and 7, and more than likely a punt situation for the Wolverines.
Yeah, that pass was a little off there. You're right that these conditions probably didn't help that. That ball was probably about a foot too high, and just a little bit off. You could tell it's kind of wobbly going out there.
So Munoz will be punting, or at least is in punt formation. Of course, he is the quarterback, so anything is possible. He does punt it. It's a decent punt. It's going to take a very good Wolverine bounce, and it's going to trickle all the way to the Javelina 24-yard line. So we're at the 7:43 mark, left in the ball game. Psja Southwest 28, Psja Memorial 14. Let's see what Pedro Leja has for us down on the field.
Thank you, guys. So that rain just became a little mess. Together with the black particles I was telling you about a while ago, it makes the ball very slippery. So the Javelinas know that. They were practicing the snaps between the quarterback and the center, and I don't think we're going to be seeing a lot of ball being thrown. Most of the game is going to be through the ground. Back to you guys.
Well, that's an interesting thing that Pedro came up with there. You know, when you think about it, yeah, we see it on the TV there that, you know, yeah, the players' arms, uniforms have those little black pellets, but never really thought about it sticking to the football and making it difficult for the quarterback to pass. But he's got the inside down there, and I'm sure that's exactly why Munoz just floated a ball out of bounds. So it'll be 2nd down upcoming for the Javelinas. No gain on, or actually they're going to give them 1 yard on that play. It'll be 2nd and down for the Javelinas with 7.5 minutes remaining in the ball game.
Well, it looks like they're going to keep giving it to Acosta. He's been true all night, and he's been picking up positive yards. Even now he picked up 1 yard. So it looks like they're going to keep it on the ground, try to keep it safe, and eat up some time on this drive here, and possibly try to come out with 6 points.
Yes, the Javelinas are trying to eat up as much game clock, and more importantly, the play clock and the game clock. A big toss around the right side. A lot of running room. The ball carrier is pushed out of bounds until he gets to the 37-yard line. So that'll be more than enough for a 1st down. So the Javelinas moving the ball extremely well.
Yeah, that was a nice run by Boca Negra, I believe. Yes, you know, once again using his speed, getting outside, following his blocks, and there was about 3 or 4 good blocks there, and got him a good chunk of yardage.
Yeah, it was a good 12-yard pickup by Acosta. And the play clock at 10 for the Javelinas, as they're going to bleed it as much as they can. Galvan under center gives it to Archer. Archer slants up the middle between a couple defenders. That's going to be a good 4 to 5 yard pickup. So the clock keeps ticking. The Javelinas keep inching towards a victory.
You know, this is exactly what they want to do. They're eating the clock. As you can see, they're real relaxed right now. They're taking times, making sure the play is right, making sure everybody's in their positions, and they're picking up positive yardage every play. So that's what they want to do.
So we are halfway through the fourth period. The Javelinas on the march once again, and Acosta with a big gaping hole, and he's going to try to take it all the way to the house. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10. Try a strip tackle. It is stripped. Well, but no, they're going to say he is down by contact. Acosta dragged his defender about 10 yards right there. Finally stripped. Actually, he was down, and that's a big-time run right there by Acosta.
We can see the replay here. Acosta's just simply running hard, running to the outside. You know, he picks up some speed. He's trying to get away. He's trying to get away. Defender tries to come from behind and knock out the ball.
Oh, and I don't know.
That's close one, Javi. What do you think about that one?
I think Acosta landed on the defender. That should have been a fumble.
No foul. Unnecessary roughness. Number 90 of the defense. Have a distance to the goal. First down.
Well, that was a 54-yard run by Acosta. Of course, the penalty is not going to really matter too much since it's have to go to the distance from a couple yards. So the Javelinas are about to possibly put that nail in the coffin, if you will. They're up by 2 scores. This will make it a touchdown. Will make it a 3-score game, and the Javelinas trying to inch towards a victory. Of course, you got to remember, Izzy, Javelinas did not win a single ball game last year, so it's been a long time coming. Let's see if they can hold on and pick up this big victory. Galvan under center. And they will toss it, and that'll be a touchdown to Archer. And Archer puts the exclamation point for the Javelinas. It is 34-14, a 20-point lead with 5:20 remaining here at Psja Stadium. The Javelinas can smell victory.
Well, you can see the replay. He runs off to his left, and he's just following his blocks. He knows he has the speed on him, and he just trots right into that end zone for 6 points.
And we have the extra point pending, and of course that touchdown by Archer was set up by that 54-yard run by Acosta. And with the extra point not being good, it is still 34-14, 5:20 remaining. Acosta on the evening is up to 178 yards rushing.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
We can see that the secondary has stopped a couple passes. You know, they're here, and they're here to show the division. They're here to play.
Well, the Javelina defense came in ranked second in District 16 5A Division 1, only allowing 211 yards. So they're well below that mark. So this defense is a very, very good defense, a very stingy defense. And if the Javelina offense can get on a roll, they may make some noise in this 16 5A Division 1 district. And there is a kickoff. The left-footed kicker just pooches it. It is fair caught at the 32-yard line, and that's where the Wolverines will take over as they trail by 20.
You know, going back to what you were saying about the Javelinas, you know, I'm sure a lot of people counted them out before the season even started, but you know, they're here to prove a point that, you know, they want to be contenders, and they do not look like a team that has lost their last 2 games. Their defense is playing, they're playing with all the confidence in the world right now, and the offense is doing what they need to do, putting points on the board.
Yeah, the Javelina defense with a lot of fire right now, and a little bit of a trickery by the Wolverines, but I don't think it tricked anybody. In fact, that's going to be a major loss on first down. And the Javelinas play smart, good, aggressive defense. They stay at home, and that's a big-time loss on first down.
Yeah, that was number 10, Juan Ovedio, on that run. Unfortunately, they caught him in the backfield, and he was swarm tackled. He had nowhere to go.
Yeah, Ovedio just swarmed by that blue jerseys, and a pass is caught by that same man, number 10, from Munoz, Ovedio, and the Wolverines pick up several yards. It's going to be about 3rd and 6, I believe, coming up. for the Wolverines. Of course, they got to do something quickly as they trail by 20. They trail by 3 scores. Munoz looking deep, can't find anybody. Finally gets rid of it, but not much doing it. Wow, what a collision right there. Engulfed by number 23. Punishing hit right there.
Yeah, that was Chris Sanchez on that tackle. You know, they were holding him, but he slipped away at the last minute. Here on the replay, we can see, you know, number 5's, you know, scrambling, looking for the open man. He finds one, but number 23 was not having it. He was not going to let him go upfield.
It'll be 4th and 9, desperation time for the Wolverines. A short toss to number 7, and that is caught. And that'll be enough for a first down. So Jared Sandoval making his initial catch of the evening, and that's a big one. The Wolverines will keep the chains moving.
Yeah, the Wolverines are playing with some urgency right now, as they should. You know, something needs to happen on this drive. They want to have a chance to come back at this.
It is hurry-up offense now for Munoz and the Wolverines. They give up the middle, though. Not much doing there. That was Sanchez with the carry, tripped up just as he passed the line of scrimmage. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and we have 3.5 minutes remaining in the ballgame.
Yeah, the Javelina defense was not going to soften up. They're not soft in the middle at all, as we can see that they're stopping everything, even with all the razzle-dazzle as the last 2 plays were. Nothing, it didn't stop that middle.
Excuse me. The Wolverines and Munoz pass is broken up. Great defensive effort right there by number 1, the defensive back, getting to the ball and knocking it down.
Yeah, that was Jesus Santos. You know, he kept his eye on the ball as well. He knew where it was going. He jumped up right on time and threw that ball down. We can see here on the replay, you know, the quarterback knew who he was throwing to. Number 10, number 1 came up. You know, he had his eye on the ball the whole time and he didn't let that play happen.
It'll be 3rd and 7. Man in motion. They toss it to him. Jet sweep. That is number 9. Sane with the carry. He gets to the 38-yard line. He will have enough for a first down, so big time run right there. They needed 7. He picks up 8. That'll be a first down for the Wolverines as they cross midfield, and they are now at the Javelina 43-yard line. And Munoz rolls out to his left, looks for a receiver, asks his receiver to come back, and he gets stripped. And mad dash for the ball. Who's going to recover it? I think it is going to be the Wolverines' ball.
That was a close one, Javi. That could have been game right there if the Javelinas would have recovered that one. Fortunately for the Wolverines, they got back on that ball, and we can see here on the replay the quarterback's looking for a man, but you know people are catching up to him really quick. He had the ball loose in one hand.
And here we go back to live action, and it's Joaquin Sanchez. Power football right there. Big run right there by Sanchez. He gets all the way to the Javelina 35-yard line. He's going to be 2 yards short of a first down. And let's see, it'll be 3rd and 2. Let's see if Munoz can pick up the first down on a quarterback keeper, and he does not. He is swallowed up by that defense. Falls awkwardly. Let's see, everybody gets up okay, so it'll be 4th down upcoming. It'll be 4th and 2. Under 2 minutes remaining in the ball game, so the Wolverines need a hurry.
We can see the play here. Munoz is keeping the ball a lot closer to himself after that last play where, you know, almost the ball almost got turned around the other way. Kept that ball close.
I opened Alex Oral with the intention to give people in Broadville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex & Raw, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
Front line, you know, and just some key plays, and it's, you know, the score, this is what it is, and they're going to have to shine up for next week to be prepared for these next players.
Yeah, the Southwest Javelinas, they look good. Psja Memorial, they still have a few things they got to clean up. They got plenty of time to do it, but they got to hurry though, because we're already 3 games into the season, and on that carry, a few yards, so we're at the 140 mark. Short carry right there. Of course, the Wolverines still have 2 timeouts. The Javelinas still have 2 timeouts. As the Wolverines continue to move the ball, they're at the Javelinas 25-yard line. It is Sanchez with the carry, and he's going to rumble for a couple of yards, get out of bounds, stop the clock. We're at 1:33 remaining in the ball game.
Right now you can see the exhaustion, the body language by these 2 teams right now. They're exhausted. It's the humidity is crazy outside right now. And this is fourth quarter, and this is what it's about. The Wolverines still trying to make a point, trying to get some points on that board before that clock expires.
It'll be 2nd and 8 for Munoz. Looks to his left, fires. He's got a man open. Can he connect with him? And he does. That is a touchdown for Psja Memorial. That is number 4, Michael Munoz, with the reception from Orlando Munoz.
Here in the replay, we can see the quarterback makes the pass, and Munoz just simply outran his defenders and caught that ball was right on point.
Yeah, excellent pass, excellent reception, great execution by the offense. They cut into the lead. Here they're going to go for the extra point, trying to make it 34-21 with 1:28 remaining. The kick is up. It is good.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit hinogas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
And right again, this is a different angle. We can see that open number 4, Munoz.
Yeah, great concentration.
He knew where that ball was going. He was just stride for stride with that ball.
That was excellent touch by Orlando Munoz, hitting Michael Munoz in stride. Excellent view right there. That's an interesting backside view, and you can see what the receiver was looking at as he saw the ball fall into his hands in the end zone. Great coverage there by KTRI and the camera crew.
Somebody needs to send that into ESPN.
And here we go. We're going to kick it off. Let's see if the visiting team in white, the Wolverines, can recover this onside kick. The Javelinas would like nothing better to receive it, get it, and run out the clock and pick up a well-deserved victory. And there's the onside kick. It's a good one. It's a squibbler. It bounces off the receiver, but he falls on it, and that should pretty much do it, folks. Of course, that was number 88 with the reception there on the kickoff.
That was 88 Jerry Yon. Just a squib kick, and then did exactly what he needed to do. Just cover the ball and give it back to his offense to try to just waste the clock here.
Well, they have 1:25 to spend here. Let's see if the Wolverines decide to call some timeouts or concede this 13-point lead. It's been an outstanding night for football. A bit humid for football, but of course we are in South Texas.
Southwest. Second timeout, second half.
And Southwest wants to talk this over. They want to make sure they have enough men on the field, that everybody knows their positions. Better to play safe. I believe that's a good timeout that they're calling there.
Yeah, they don't want to give away the ball here late in the ball game and make it more interesting than it should be. And the Psja Southwest Javelinas are probably talking about getting to victory formation, and they haven't done it in a while. They haven't won a game in quite some time, so it's going to be a very, very happy weekend and upcoming week in Psja Southwest. Well-deserved victory. I take my hats off to the entire coaching staff, Coach Evans, and let's see what Southwest does here with 1:25. They get a yard by Acosta. And Psja Memorial calls the
Psja
timeout.
Memorial. Second timeout, second half.
Done on a beautiful Friday night, and that's what Texas high school football is all about. Friday night football, and no better place to be than at the beautiful PSJA Stadium.
Yeah, it's called Friday Night
DHR Health Field.
Friday Night Football, not Saturday morning. It's just a little bit more exciting on a Friday night.
Yeah, it is. I stumble out of bed on Saturday mornings. I'm not really sure I know what to do on Saturday mornings. So here we go. Quarterback gives it. Misdirection play. That ball was almost stripped. Good tackle there by number 32 for the Wolverines.
Number 9, Luis Gonzalez, you know, but Luis Gonzalez knew the situation. He knew how the ball could be slippery. You know, he did hold on to that ball very tightly. I'm sure coach probably coached him on that before they called that play, like, do not drop that ball.
Yeah, well, actually, I would think play it safe and just kneel the ball. I mean, just punt it over. But we'll see. It's 3rd and 5. I guess the Javelinas want to end it in style, but picking up a first down. There's a minute 11 left. Memorial has expired their timeout. Southwest, of course, they have one in their back pocket. As the teams are slow to break from this timeout.
Yeah, both teams want to make sure that everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing on this play. Javelinas don't want to make any mistakes right now, and Wolverines are just looking for that one mistake to capitalize on.
So we get back to the line of scrimmage after the timeout. Southwest with a pitch out and a little bit of running room, gets past the 50, dives to the 44-yard line, and I believe that'll do it. He had to get to the 46. It all depends where they spot him. A good end around right there, and I think he got it.
That was a nice little jump there. He knew where he had to be on the field to get that first down, and he made that last-second effort to get that first down and guarantee that victory.
Well, no, they're going to say they mark him down at the 46.
Oh, wow.
Well, no, but it's still good enough for a first down. They will say it is a Southwest first down. We're under a minute. Victory formation for the Javelinas. Executed to perfection. It'll bring up 2nd down.
That's all they're going to do. Let the clock run and call it a night.
There's 37 seconds remaining on the game clock, 28 on the play clock. So we'll get one more play, and then that'll do it. PSJ Southwest will even up their record in district at 1-1, while PSJ Memorial will fall to 0-2 on the district schedule. And that'll do it, folks. Final play of the ball game. PSJ Southwest Javelinas are celebrating like they haven't celebrated in a while. 34-21, PSJ Southwest over PSJA Memorial. Any closing words, Izzy?
Well, you know, we saw a great game tonight. Both teams came out to play, but PSJ Southwest, they just came with a little bit more fuel in the tank, made the plays that they needed to make, and you know they gained that win, 34-21.
So on behalf of Izzy, I'm Javi Martinez, and with Damian Viescas, we're going to send it down to Pedro Leja.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of uncertainty to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We are this close.
This close. this close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio.
All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
The Harlingen Downtown District has a bit of everything, my friends, and here's an invitation for you to visit and experience a friendly environment with a taste of local business and a variety of shopping, dining, and entertainment throughout the year. Vintage shops loaded with collectibles from the past, dining that caters to all, boutiques, quilting, salons, live entertainment, and don't forget about market days on the first Saturday of each month on Jackson Street and Art Night the last Friday of the month. It's the Harlingen Downtown District, and the invitation is for you. Shop Downtown Harlingen today.